course, will be able to get their side choice, so they pick CT side right off the bat. Method will be your T-sided team to start it off, and that means they get their side choice on Cobble. So it's going to be an interesting mix-up here to see what Tempo Storm can bring to the table against a team like Method, which we haven't really seen on Cobble yet, or if at all.
Yeah, I mean, I just really want to see what Method has cooked up for this T side. Like I said, I've seen them have some good T sides on this map against some of their opponents, but I've also seen them be really shaky on it, like when they played Luminosity, where they only got 3 rounds. So what Method do we see? We do see them going for, a pretty, decent A split here. They got some good smokes up on jungle and CT spawn. No smoke on the stairs. That means Bricks can kind of peek that from connector and get some shots in here. But so far, no really damage dealt. And Method will get the first frag and the bomb down. So far, a great start to the Swiss round for Method.
Very good job getting the smokes into the bomb side, able to take that. Now it's going to be a 4-man retake attempt as Mainline takes down Hades. There goes Glorins also. And Tempo Storm's having some issues on this retake, especially after Streb is able to get one. Ely grabs the secondary frag. That's 2 for Justin, and that will make it all 5 players alive for Method, leaving that pistol round completely unscathed.
Yeah, I mean, that was a great pistol round there from Method, as you said, not losing a single player in the process. Great, just your standard smokes on CT spawn and connector. You did see Ricks trying to look over it, though, because there was no smoke on stairs from connector, try to get some shots and just couldn't find them. And then once the bomb got planted, Tempo Storm just trying to work in there. Method just had really good post-plant positioning and didn't give it up. They played quite well. Now they'll be able to Galil up on 4 of their players. Justin has yet to purchase anything with that $4,000, so I'm not sure if he'll go for a similar type buy with the Galils or if he'll think of something else, maybe SMGs. I don't see a lot of NA teams getting these SMGs actually second round. A lot of them just go straight to the rifles.
Yeah, the new meta, or at least now it's going back to it. I mean, there for a little bit with the new SMG upgrade, we're seeing quite a bit of SMGs come out. And once again, they're going back to the rifles. Not really worth it. Just having that superior firepower, especially with how hot in the streets the 5.7 is at the moment. I would much rather have a Galil, if not an AK buy, into second round, going against those 5.7s at range, especially on a map like Mirage.
Yes, I guess there's a chance that we may be having to switch servers again due to the fact that Hades is experiencing high ping on this particular server.
Routing issues, it looks like.
Yeah, you hear him talking about it there in the in-game chat. At least I saw a couple of messages about it. For some reason, my in-game chat's like really glitchy, so I don't see all the messages, but I think I saw them talking about maybe doing a match medic and resuming from 1-0 in a different server.
Yeah.
Unfortunate that they couldn't notice that before they LO3'd, and that way Hades didn't have any issues in the round, but regardless, we'll just have to kind of wait and see what they're going to do here.
Yeah, once again, Tempo Storm versus Method. Round 1 goes in favor of Method. Not dropping a single player. Justin able to pick up 2 frags to his benefit. And then now we are into a pause here as we're waiting to figure out what we have going on with the issues of Hades routing to the internet, or to the server, I should say, to the internet. Yeah, his internet routing to the server.
Yeah, his routing
to the
of internet.
Yeah, he is not completed the internet 100% yet, so he's having some issues. But no, hopefully we get it solved fast.
Big are just destroying him right now.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, as you guys can see, he's having a little bit of a routing issue. Disconnects, and he might just try and reconnect to the server and see if that helps. But hopefully we're able to get this underway very soon here, as this is only our first map of this Best of 2 series, which will be followed up by another Best of 2 later.
I feel like we're just an unlucky pair, Luca. Like we were during that game too. Was it Tempo Storm versus Elevate on that Cobble game where they lost? Like had to bring in 2 stand-ins.
Yeah, and then of course it feels like every time that either cast Elevate, they get it to them, or anytime I cast VVV, it happens to them.
Oh yeah, I remember. There was definitely some VVV games we've casted together that happened to Funshine quite a lot.
Yep.
In fact, every VVV game I've tried to cast has been like that. So, just unfortunate that we have that happen so often. But I'm just kind of waiting to see. This seems to be completely unrelated to any of that. This seems to be like routing issues for Hades to this particular location. So yeah, I'm not sure what's going on. I'm sure there's some talking behind the scenes right now with some of our admins to try to change servers or whatever.
Definitely. So what I think we're going to do, guys, sadly, is kick it to a break while we try and figure out what's going on with Hades And then once we have something solved here, we will get back into it, whether it's a new server or whatever the case might be. Once they're back, ready to go live, we will be able to bring this back in game. So we will be back hopefully soon. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to CEVO TV. Again, I am Misled with Dust. We are back into round 2. Issues have been solved on Hades' end, hopefully for the time being anyways, and we are getting back live into round 2. Of course, Method took round number 1 completely unscathed, not dropping a single player.
Yeah, now they're just getting this really, really fast mid control. You know, Shazam trying to peek out from window as he can. And we do see, you know, Storm trying to do a little bit of a bait setup here at upper B. They have one up close. That's Hades, and Stanislaw just kind of jump peeking, trying to bait. But with that kill there onto Shazam over at mid, we actually see Stan now rotating back around to try to cover that gap. The bomb's actually down outside A, so it seems like a mid to A attack is going to be kind of what's going to happen here with Silent probably, you know, lurking the underpass and trying to catch rotations. As there wasn't a huge investment here from Storm. They didn't even armor up and get the 5.7s like you typically see on second round. They've been a lot more conservative.
Oof. What a huge grenade there, just landed right at the feet of Rix, takes him down to 29 HP, as Stan is also there, going down to 61. And Method, with those good smokes, once again will take that. A bomb site, that will be a 4-man retake attempt here. They're going to come out with upgraded pistols. Ely is able to take down 3. Continuing the fight here, Streb will clean up the round, taking down Hades. That's a 3K for Ely, and that makes the score 2-0.
Yeah, it's 2-0 score here for Method. As you said, clean victory there once again. Still losing no players in that second round. That was big. Kind of surprising that we didn't see Storm go for that typical kind of 5.7 head armor buy. They just were really, really conservative. I guess maybe they want to get like a double op setup, and that's why they're so conservative on their cash. Because typically it's not that much of a risk to buy up second round. You still get your full buy in the fourth no matter what, as long as you don't go too crazy. But they're electing not to mess with it. As we do see Storm loading up the window room with 3 players for that smoke, it's going to, you know, force them back off towards the jungle. And here comes that mid attack once again from Method. It will be mainline leading the charge, and he will find Glorance, but Hades quick to trade, and he'll actually collect a Galil for his troubles there, and maybe he can pose a threat later in this round.
Just barely escapes the grenade that flew in right after that, and now Method down 1 player. Is going to be evened up here against Storm, who is also down a player. It will be a 4 versus 4. Maybe Stan will go down, not quite. Stays up just barely at 16 HP. Streb will be working his way out of Palace, trying to drop a Molotov down underneath the balcony. We actually have 2 of the CTs stacked.
Yeah, and Silent's about to flank from underpass, though, and he's going to catch one of them in the back at least. And Stan is all so low, he should be able to get that one as well, but no Rix. Going to get the flank on him instead, get the jump, and get the frag. And now it's still a 3-on-3 with 2 Galils being collected by Storm, and they're putting up a good fight. It's now going to be a 2 versus 2, but some good smokes here going to allow them to get this bomb plant.
And you see Rix right there trying to make that spam happen. Didn't do any damage, though, as Ely was not ready. Or not in the way, I should say. And Streb still alive. It'll be a 2 versus 2. Rix and Stan going against Ely and Streb.
Really weird smoke Rix threw. It was actually like counterproductive to him trying to actually retake. It actually blocked his own vision on the players inside the site when he threw that smoke. And now you're just kind of seeing him back off and take this Galil for the opening gun round, it looks like. Or no, he's trying to get exits here in TT spawn. He will find one on the Strebber, but I still think too much time is ticked away for them to have a chance to, you know, do anything. So Method will just get that 3-0 start, and we'll go from here now to see what's going to happen. Rix does hold on to that Galil, but he may still upgrade. I'm not really sure.
So let's see what happens money-wise. Rix does have 5,200 in the bank. Looks like he's going to hold on to it. Yep, he will hold on to the Galil into round number 4. Method is perfect so far, 3-0. They had fully upgraded now with AKs, all except for Silent, going with that saved Galil from Ely. And we're going to see very aggressive play out mid here from Storm. They want to get aggressive. They want to counter the aggression that we will see from Method. And actually, Method not being very aggressive into a buy round.
Yeah, I mean, it's just kind of Ely just kind of holding back at the back of mid, just waiting for that push. They're not going to push all the way and commit. They actually go ahead and fall right back to connector. And you see Method, looks like they're lining up that 5 smoke setup that, you know, of course, Keystar's made very famous in Aspen. You see it quite a lot now using executions. You can see Silent throwing part of that 5 smoke setup from the Palace, and here come the rest of the smokes there deep on the jungle lane connector. And so this is that very typical 5 smoke setup that you see. So, I mean, now Team Storm just kind of forced to sit back, wait for these smokes to dissipate, and have to play the retake.
I really like the A take that we have here from Method, and Stan will answer though, takes down mainline. Rix is going to be in a gunfight, eventually gets punished for it, but a lot of the Method players here at the ramp, bomb is planted for them. They know where Silent is, he goes down to Shazam. They counter smoke off anybody over, so that's going to force them from A ramp up onto Tetris. There's a ton of terrorists right there, and Stan's going to get up the defuse. Will he get it? They got to spam him down. He has so long to be in it. Can they finally get him? And they do. Justin will take him down as Ely gets another 3 in that round.
If only he had a kit, that was probably a victory there. But he did not. He tried to stick it with no kit and just wasn't able to hold out long enough. It was still pretty close, though, even without a kit for him to get that. But that's just a really strong A take. I mean, that 5-smoke setup, it just isolates players so well inside the site if they're playing in the site, or it forces the CTs just to play really passive, keep all 5 of their players alive, and just try to make the retake after the plant's over with. And it just comes down to a battle between post-plant and retake. And so, yeah, like I said, just a very, very powerful A hit that we've seen made very famous ever since January of this year when we saw the Brazilian shock everyone between ClutchCon and X Games against Fnatic and Cloud9 using that type of play. And we see it used a lot now. And we see now Tempo Storm, because of that lost force, onto a save of their own. Shazam, though, able to get the drop onto Ely there in the connector, and he'll pick up a gun for his troubles, I think, in just a second. But nope, Strebber going to get the kill to prevent that from happening, and we just even back up to a 4-on-4.
Stan is going to be up at the upper B, just waiting for anyone, just barely misses the shot onto the number 9 man of Silent, as we actually have Hades picking up a nice deagle frag there. I believe that was, no. Yeah, it was a deagle frag. Now he has picked up the AK for that, and he's going to be playing from the connector. Silent is right there, though. I don't think he saw his shoulder, but he's waiting just in case anybody comes out. Stan from up top will remove him from the catwalk, shooting down into underpass, and Streb and Justin are in trouble now.
Yeah, they're going to be able to get into the B-bomb site for free, though. Everyone kind of rotated from Tempo Storm over towards this middle and connector, and they've collected 3 AKs, though. So this retake's going to be very, very powerful, but Method will get that bomb planted. We are going to see Strebber here kind of peeking towards Cat from the site pillar, and he will spot 2 already up Cat. He finds both of those great shots. That's 2 of the AKs down from Tempo Storm, and Strebber just going nutty right now. That's going to be a 3rd kill for him, and he actually could ace this and win this round. He's gotten 4. Will he get it? No, unfortunately not. Rix will come through in the end. He'll get this defuse as well, and that's that. But I have to say, Strebber did put up quite a good fight there. Just couldn't quite hold off.
That was good job by Streb right there, able to get himself forward into the round. If only one of his teammates could have picked up Rix. I mean, Rix was low already, down to 40 HP from those gunfights. Almost ended up taking that, even though they were down 2-4, entering that B bomb site. Good defense there initially. Strebber holding it down for Team Method.
Yeah, and that was a nice attempt. Like I said, he almost aced that round, but just couldn't quite catch Rix. And, I mean, Method just kind of got caught in that mid play there from Tempo Storm, who were kind of loading up that mid area, and they were able to get some nice frags. Stanislaw, you know, getting aggressive on the Cat, and they were just able to capitalize on some kills. And now you see Method on just a Tech Knight head armor buy. They're about to rush upper B. Here come the nades. Hades is going to be jump spotting this, and he's going to get a counter smoke out himself, but they're just going to plow right through that. And he's got to be real careful here. It's going to be a very dangerous attack.
Oh, Silent is able to make the drop, takes him down. Stan will be waiting towards the catwalk, and he gets removed by Streb, actually. So now the op is all the way up. That's in the hands of Shazam. It'll be Rix, Shazam, and Glorans trying to fight here. They've worked it down to a 3-on-3. Justin finally goes down to have one gun up. Can Streb get one? Can't quite do it. Ely's going to get burned out. He stays up, though, until they spawn him at the back of the van, and Shazam will answer with 3 kills of his own. Glorans gets the other 2, and Tempo now has 2 rounds to their name. 4-2 Method is up, though.
Yeah, Method, I mean, kind of accomplished what they wanted. They got that bomb down. They even got some entry frags and put themselves in position to win, but just some good retake ability there from Glorans and Shazam. I think they combined for all 5 kills. So Shazam had 3, Glorans had 2. You know, Shazam up the Cat and Glorans from the market. So good retake there from Tempo Storm. And now Method, of course, going to be fully geared out. They do have all their smokes. So we do see a Molotov from Strebber as well. And we've seen him constantly using that to clear out the bottom of balcony, which is a pretty powerful play to make with that Molotov. It's really good for flushing players out from a pretty common spot you see players use to hold A if they are playing inside the site. And that's what you're kind of seeing them set up for. But the bomb's actually still upper B, so this could be some 3 smokes on A and then a fake. And Strebber's using that Molotov over maybe to clear out upper B from Hades.
So into round 7 here, no frags have happened, no trades just yet. And Method gearing up like they're going to fake this towards the A bomb site and then work this into B if they're able, but there's very aggressive play coming in mid. Will both of those players rotate back or possibly trying to flank into B? And no, it's going to pull a full rotate towards the A bomb site, and this has worked perfectly so far.
I thought Stan was going to flank, but he actually runs to T spawn instead to flank up A, and so yeah, it's going to work exactly perfectly. Those two players are slipping in with the bomb right now, but Method must do their best to keep some players alive and keep applying the pressure to prevent them from rotating back. And they've done just that. They were able to get a kill on the Ricks, and now it's just mainline. They still don't even know. I think they still think the bomb is A.
Now they're aware.
Yeah, maybe they were aware and I'm just wrong, but it seemed like they were still really active. Now they're all finally flying all the way back. Nice pop flash comes in through the window to help Justin out there. He's going to find one frag, and it's still a 2 versus 3. It's going to be really hard for Method. Now it's just Strebber having to hold this 1 versus 3.
They are going to be on the bomb. He does hit the initial shot, though. He's still 1v2 at this point. Bomb is going to tick down to a point that it's ungettable by the CTs, and Streb will pick himself up another frag on the round, and not a single player from Tempo Storm will be able to save that round, and that will make it 5-2 as Method is up.
Yeah, that was a really good fake, as we said, just throwing those smokes in A. And the other key point was that Method was able to get a kill. In many situations when you throw a fake like that, if you're not able to apply some pressure and get a frag, people don't rotate off their spots at B or whatever. And so it winds up being a botched fake. But they got the correct amount of pressure added to force the rotation on top of the actual nades in that particular faking strategy, and it worked out well. Though I would say Tempo Storm, they kind of stuck together at A and got a kill and rotated together, and that was actually smart now that I think about it, but they just weren't quite good enough. Strebber was able to just play the clock really well and get a couple of frags, and we do see Method gearing up once again for upper B. And last time they were able to get Hades, and it was really the retake that kind of bailed Tempo Storm out, so we'll see how this happens this time.
So they're committing to it once again. Hades is going to try and commit to the counters. Already out the window will be Justin. He is taken down by Stan, and that will kind of shut this down, especially with the bomb down. Hades will pick up one. Trying to go for a second. Is he able to spray this one out? Doesn't matter. Stan is right there to protect. Hades finally goes down as Rix removes Ely. And now it's all up to mainline by himself. He's going to be into a 1 versus 4 bomb down in B. They have an idea where he's at. Yeah, he's made noise now. They know exactly where he's at. Stan will step in. Stan goes down, but Glorens will get the spray down through the corner of the van. Actually, all through, directly damaging him. And that will make it 5-3 as Tempo is battling back.
Yeah, I mean, Method just going for that upper B attack again that you saw them do on that Tech 9 round. And in that particular round, they were able to catch Hades and get the bomb plant and look sharp. But they mollied the end of it to try to force Hades off of the top and down in the van, which they got. But then they tried to jump out a window to kill him. And when they did, Stanislaw just caught that player in the back jumping out window. And then Hades was able to, recover and get a frag for himself as well. And just all in all, a good hold from Tempo Storm. Method just not able to get any picks. And they're lining up for the exact same play, it looks like. Though they don't have a Molotov this time, so they're just going to run some set smokes. But Hades getting aggressive and upper did spot this. He will call for the really quick rotate, but he has to stay alive as long as possible while that rotate comes in. And so far, he is doing the trick, getting 2 frags. And here comes Stanislaw for maybe 2 of his own, definitely 1 in this 2 versus 4.
Yeah, they do get a bomb plant, though, which is a successful eco round, at least in their opinion. That smoke is going to bode well for mainline. Can he make it out without getting caught? He does make it out. Does he get a shot off? Can't do it. The defuse will go in favor of Tempo Storm as Glorens will get the defuse there, but Hades with an excellent hold in the B bomb site to get those initial 2 and prevent Method from getting in super fast and getting set up. But they did get a bomb plan out of that eco.
Yeah, I mean, Method's done pretty decent on this T side. Yeah, like you said, not going to help. I mean, they're still going to be forced to save again. But I have to say Method's T side has still been somewhat successful. I mean, I think almost every round they've been able to at least get the bomb down and get an execution working. It's really just been the few times they haven't been able to hold off Tempo Storm's retake as the 4 rounds that they've lost. But all in all, it still looks sharp in their executions. They had some good fakes too, but yeah, they're going to be saving. They're just going to flood out of Palace and hope for the best at this point. And here it comes. Mainline will lead the charge. He checks the whole site. The site's completely clear. Tempo Storm playing real passive, but they're still catching the frags here.
Yeah, super aggressive push here from Method. Not going to pay off, though, as we're going to have Rix able to collect 3 frags. Shazam and Glorens get the other ones, and that will tie the game up in round 11 at 5-5.
And I bet with mainline noticing how passive that they're playing, like really playing deep in the CT spawn jungle and stuff like that, I really think they are going to eventually go back to that 5 smoke setup at A. Maybe not this round, even though all 5 do have smoke, so they could go for it this round. Or I think you'll see it applied later in the half just because they realize that Tempo Storm is kind of playing into that strat. But they're actually going for some mid control here, smoking out Hades and also smoking off Cat a bit, and they do have the mid control here, so we'll see what they do with it.
So into round 11, Method throwing out smokes, trying to get aggressive onto the catwalk. Stan right now in a resting position, moving his way backwards now for a little bit more cover as Method's trying to work their way into full mid control. And they do have it at the moment, leaving one man over at Palace of AM. If he can get a pick there, they should wrap this through connector into the A bomb site.
Yeah, definitely. This could be like a mid-A split coming in for sure, as Justin will be challenging Stanislaw on the Cat. Some nice flashes come out the blind Method, but Tempo Storm not really peeking with them necessarily. Rick's trying to peek over the smoke to see if anyone's crossing Cat, and he will in fact find Silent because of that. And that's why smokes in this connector can actually be counterproductive. You know, CDs just peek over them if they're not perfect, and they get free kills, and that's what Rick's was able to do. But at least Ely was able to trade it out from the Palace and make this back into a 4-on-4 as Method will be looking to come up the connector with this bomb and try to do that A split attack we were talking about.
They're going for it now. Ely will be working his way out of the Palace. They were going to be into, they'll have 3 CTs as opposition as Hades makes his way into the connector. Justin is right there at jungle, though, waiting for anyone to rotate through the window, and Hades might get a shot off here. Can he make it happen? Streb will take him down, though, as Shazam and Glorens both get frags of their own. That will leave Streb down to 6 HP, Justin at 100, but they're going to be 2 versus 3. Now it's going to be 1v3, as only Streb is left alive, and Glorens removes him from the round. 2K for Glorens, 2K for Shazam, and Tempo Storm takes the lead.
Yeah, I mean, Method was able to get that mid control, get into a 4-on-4. It's just unfortunately for them, because of that passive play from Tempo Storm, when they came up with connector, they couldn't find any picks. I mean, people were just playing deep in CT spawn, allowing them to get into the site. And once they did, Tempo Storm able to win those gun battles and close out another round now. 6-5 is the score. Method once again going to be forced to be on just kind of a tech dime buy here. They do have 3 smokes, so we may. It looks like they're going to flood that Palace again. Kind of a similar play that we saw a couple of rounds ago.
That's going to be Ricks trying to shut it down from the old E-Box, or what's called the stairs now. Lawrence does find one, but up in his face will be Ely. He gets taken down. Justin's just trying to get a bomb plant at this point. Now it's all up to Silent. He's going to be into a 1 versus 4. He's got a CT up close in his face. Takes him down with a beautiful shot from the Rec 9 before Shazam trades him out with a nice Rec 9 headshot of his own. But another 3K for Ricks, as Silent, the only terrorist to get frags that round, and Tempo Storm is up by 2 now.
Yeah, I feel like if that play is ever going to work, you have to have another smoke on top of the stairs. I mean, that's just too easy for Ricks to be able to come out and just spray down people flooding out of the Palace who are all kind of paying attention to the site and CT spawn and don't really have any ability to kind of also direct their attention towards stairs. So if you're going to run a Palace flood like that, I feel like you have to also have that third smoke on top of the stairs. And you know, Method didn't have it, and Ricks was able to shut it down quite well with those 3 frags. And we do see Method fully bought out. I think for the first time they have an Opera. I haven't seen them op on T-side yet this game. They have Silent with it. And we'll see what they can do. Some aggression here from Glorens on the Cat. He will catch Ely, and he does gain some information. He knows they don't have mid control, so they're either up or B or they're outside A. And these nades are definitely telling Tempo Storm it's going to be an A hit.
So now we have Shazam there, waiting to battle this out. Here goes Stanislaw. He gets taken down by Justin, and Streb also answers. So now, last defense close to the site will be Ricks as his teammate rotates over. Tries to make a spam through the smoke. Doesn't pay anything, though, as he does a little bit damage to the planter. Oh, Clorens almost just got shredded by his own teammate Ricks right there. Luckily, it didn't happen. It will be a plant for the A stairs, though, as Method is just holding this down 4v3.
Yeah, and just holding back. They ran that 5 smoke setup again. Now they're just playing back towards the ramp, and they're just trying to hold off this retake. And so far, doing a great job. And oh no, Glorens in fact gets a TK on the Ricks with the incendiary, and that's a bit unfortunate. But I was talking about it just a few rounds ago that, you know, because of the passive style of play from Tempo Storm with that A bomb site, just playing back into the spawns and stairs, that 5 smoke setup that Method ran earlier in the game could be effective again. And Method waited off long enough, didn't want to keep, you know, using it over and over, allowing Tempo Storm to know exactly what was happening. They waited a few rounds and they brought it back, and it worked the wonders against that passive play. And they were able to hold off the retake this time as well. And that means they close out the round to make it 6 for themselves. Once again, lining up outside A, maybe to go for the exact same play or something similar, but this time Ely will be trying to catch rotations over here at mid.
Shazam right there with the AWP, though, ready in case Ely gets a little too aggressive. Shazam trying to take him down as we actually have Silent with his own hop. Not over there. He's going to be over at the A bomb site, and Method just playing this one very slow, seeing if Ely can make any traction. He's going to get flanked, though. No, he's not.
Check this out.
Stan's going to flank the other way.
Yeah, Stanislav pressed upper B all the way, and this allows Shazam to rotate the CT spawn. He knows exactly what's about to happen, and he's perfectly prepared for it. This could go really bad. Look at these counter fire by the CT side to slow down this rush Method. They know exactly what's happening.
Man.
And that flank, like you said, is going to be big too. Rick's playing inside the sandwich, able to get one. Stanislav on the flank with 2, and this is falling apart for Method.
Yeah, good patience there from Stan to make that happen, so Silent and Ely are going to be the last 2 left alive. Ely will pick up one onto Hades. It's going to be a 2-on-2. The bomb is down inside the A bomb site, and Shazam takes Ely down through the connector. Now it's all up to Silent. Hits a shot on the Stan. Now he's got to worry. Shazam is right there. Shoulder peeks out. Shazam misses his shot, doesn't miss the secondary one, and he will pick up 2 on the round, and Tempo Storm will be back up by 2 as we hit the final round of the half.
And that was just so big by Stanislav to make that play, you know, pushing upper B for that information. As soon as he got to the back of mid, he knew exactly what was happening. He called for it. Shazam knew he could bail off mid because there was nothing there, able to get that op over to CT spawn, and they just read Method like a book, you know, trying to run that same exact aggressive A setup or that heavy A push right off the bat. And Tempo Storm, because of their aggression elsewhere on the map, able to read it quickly and capitalize on it. Now you see Shazam playing mid here with the op, able to find one frag, looking for mainline inside the smoke for a second. He'll find it, and that's the bomb down. And so Tempo Storm looking like they want to close off this half with 9. They have a great advantage to do so.
It's going to be Streb, though, finally answering, removing Shazam. Now Hades trying to look through the smoke. Nobody there that he could see. He's going to drop a pop flash down just in case somebody's in jungle, as Glorens will rotate his way through, and Hades eventually gets punished in jungle. Glorens continue to get some frags, though. That's going to be 3 for him to end the half, 9-6 in favor of Tempo. But if you're Method, you started off very strong. You have to be happy with those 6 rounds.
Yes and no. I mean, the fact is, though, is that of those 3 rounds, or excuse me, of those 6, 3 of them came off of winning pistol and not getting eco. So they really only won 3 gun rounds the whole half. But honestly, watching them play, you felt like they could have been more successful. They planted the bomb so many times that game. They just couldn't hold off some of these really powerful retakes from Tempo Storm in some cases. I think maybe if they would have kept hitting A bit more, I think they tried upper B just too many times. They just weren't having the success there, and they kept trying to go for it. I think if they would have just been a bit more heavy-handed with the A hits, they could have been better off. But regardless, it's still a respectable half at 6 rounds on the T side of Mirage. It's definitely nothing to be ashamed of. As you said, that's plenty. So now they just need to do their job on CT side, and they could still have this game. But at the same time, if Tempo can have a decent, you know, T side of their own, they still have a great chance to close this game out, especially with the pistol round victory here.
Yeah, pistol round would be gigantic for them if they can hold on in the anti-ecos. After that, they could tie the game up at 9-9, which would be big. But Method, I think the biggest problem here is CT side. They've been so aggressive in the past, and people have been expecting it as CT or as terrorists. They've been catching them a little off guard here. So let's see if Method sticks with that aggressive playstyle that they have on CT side, or will they switch it up a little bit here?
This is a huge fake, by the way. The bomb's actually still sitting at upper B, so they pulled off the rotation they wanted to, but there is one player still anchoring B. That's going to be Silent, and Ely is starting to rotate back.
Oh, yeah, Streb right there. Can he stay up? Hades is around the corner, pulls the knife out, gets the knife frag onto Hades, picks up a pistol. Ricks will trade him out, though, and it's going to be a full rotate over to the A bomb site. They're going to wait. Oh, my goodness. Shazam and Glorens, nice shots there. Mainline with 2 is able to take down Stan and Shazam, as it's going to be Mainline and Justin trying to retake this bomb site from just Glorens. Here comes Rick, though, working his way up the catwalk. He gets spotted. Mainline goes down. Now it's all up to Justin. Can he use the silent USP to get this frag? Has to go for the reload. He knows the other player's reloading. That's Glorens. He's just got Rick's left. Down very low, both players. 62 HP for Justin. Rick's is down even lower. Justin has to try and get on the bomb. Finds the kit and will easily be able to defuse this bomb in time. Pistol will go to Method.
That was such a chaotic round for me to follow, man, to be honest. There's so many crazy things happening from the knife kill over in jungle. You know, the fake trying to be sold there from Tempo Storm, not quite getting enough kills or pressure at A to force Silent to rotate off of B. And in fact, like you said, Ely was able to rotate back to market because of that lack of proper pressure over on the A side. No picks equals no rotations. And, yeah, there you have it. Method winning it close, though. I mean, there was a lot of people missing pistol shots and a lot of like tense moments, but in the end, it was Method who comes up with it, and they're going to be able to upgrade. And we see Tempo Storm smoking window and getting that mid control. Looks like they just want to storm that connector really fast.
They're going for it. Silent will take down Stan on that, though, working his way off the catwalk, continuing to fight there. Ely will pick up a frag. Same with Streb. Now it's all up to Rix. Very low on HP, down to 14, out in middle. Should be easy pickings here for Silent, and of course he takes him down. And that will be another round in favor of Method if they can get this final. Actually, no, it should be an early buy coming from Tempo with that bomb plant. Yep.
Yeah, you're exactly right. And that's why they just ran up. I mean, they knew that they were going to, not really do much that round, really just focus on getting these AKs in this particular round. Trying to storm the connector, but when you got 2 players playing CT and 1 jungle, that's going to be really hard to get up that connector. And they weren't able to do it. But as you said, they get the AKs this round, and I'm curious to see what their opening gun round strat is going to be. They're setting up all outside A. They have 4 smokes, so you could see kind of a similar, just really heavy smoke A execution coming out. Hades throwing one of those smokes that you see, like I said, from that 5 smoke setup, and here it is. That's exactly what they're going for.
Oh, Ely will take down Stan. So far getting shut down. Justin with great positioning. He's able to pick up 1. Hades and Rix do answer, though, so it's going to be Rix down to 20 HP. Hades at full HP versus mainline Ely and Silent. And Ely and Silent are out of the way. Hades lines him up and knocks him down. So now mainline by himself here. He's got to smoke a flash. He sees Rick's head for just a second, and it doesn't matter. Rix will take him home, and the Tempo Storm is on the board thanks to an early buy in second half.
Yep, and they just did a heavy smoke setup on A. Not quite the 5 smoke setup. They didn't have that 5th smoke on connector, but all the other 3 smokes inside the site and the smoke jungle were all there, and they got in off of that strong smoke play. The same exact thing that we saw Method able to do on their T-side when they ran that strat. Really, the key, though, there actually was Hades lining up those 2 kills. If that doesn't happen, Method actually has a chance to retake, but when he got those 2 quick kills lined up like that, it pretty much shut down Method's ability to have any chance to retake. It went from, I think, a 4-on-3 or something like that to a 3-on-2 in Tempo Storm's favor just off those 2 kills alone, and that was really, really big. So good play there from Hades to line them up like that. And once again, we're going to see the 3 smoke setup this time on top stairs, CT spawn in jungle. So a little bit of a variation on that smoke strat. Method is doing a little bit better this time around. They do have 2 kills. They had 1 under the balcony, able to pick up 1. And it's going to be a 4 versus 3 retake attempt here from Method.
Yeah, bomb not yet planted. Shazam getting some splash damage there. Lots of spray coming towards them. Hades will step out into jungle, take down mainline, and possibly have a terrorist working his way into CT spawn. It looks like he's going for it, but Ely on the flank here. Bomb still down. Hades gets picked up, so now it's all up to Rix as Streb will remove Rix from the round, and that is going to keep Method in this game. That makes the score 10-9. Tempo Storm is only up by 1 round.
Yeah, I mean, Tempo Storm is running back-to-back A strats, showing us both smoke variations you see on this map on the A side, or at least 2 of the 3 smoke variations you see. The 5 smoke setup was the first one they ran that round. The more classic throwback 3 smoke setup on top stairs, more shallow jungle smoke and CT spawn smokes, but they get countered by a player under balcony, which is why that Molotov you saw Method throwing on T side under balcony can be so powerful, yet Tempo Storm not having it in their toolbox that particular round. Now they're just going to eco rush up or B. Let's see if mainline can't line them up here with the help of Silent, and they will. They're running them through the blender right now. And Tempo Storm can't get anywhere near getting out of here and get this bomb out. They just get completely shut down. So we have a tied game at 10, man. What a game.
So tied up at 10, as Dust just said. And that eco round coming from Tempo, they just tried to force their way in to be with pistols, quickly got counter-flashed, and mainline and Silent were easily able to mow that down and create a 10-10 situation into round 21 here, where both teams will be back onto a bye. And Ely, even though he's got some extra cash still, going with the hold here from the FAMAS.
Yeah, I mean, they've lost a lot of players that didn't even know they won the round, so it forced a lot of rebuys, and their money wasn't necessarily the best. Luckily, they could recycle a couple of AKs, and that helped out. But here comes, once again, that the straight line setup of smokes to the side actually here from Tempo Storm, but enough of a gap here on one side of the site for Justin to be able to find the headshot and at least keep it close here to 3 versus 4. But Tempo Storm definitely at the advantage. Glorn's trying to go for the plant, but Justin holds him off. He'll have to go to the other side to go for the plant now. He will get it off, but Tempo Storm in good position, the closest thing out with the man advantage. But oh, that flank from Ely makes it a 3-on-3.
Oh, Glorn's in a tough position here, gonna eat that grenade, tries to stay alive, burning from mainline. He will go down. And it's all up to Hades now. He's going to be 1 versus 3. Takes on the first one. Can he get another? Can't quite do it, and Mainline will come in for the defuse. But Ely able to get 2, goes down to 10 HP, stays alive for his team after that 2K as Justin came in for the other 2. Method will be back on top 11-10.
Yeah, and I think that was Tempo Storm actually attempting that third variation of smokes on A. So we know obviously the classic 3 smoke, and then the what people call the key starts 5 smoke, and that's actually the Navi smoke round where you just kind of go horizontal across the site from stairs to firebox with smokes and just like try to plant shallow. And it had a little bit of a gap in the smoke though that Justin kind of punished him for, but in the end it still wound up being okay enough to get the bomb down, but they just couldn't hold off that retake from Method. That Ely had that great flank up A ramp, and now we see Tempo Storm forced to save because of it, and it's an opportunity for Method to increase their lead 12-10 very quickly.
Silent is able to take down Shazam there. It's all up to Stan and his teammate Rix. Last 2 alive. They're trying to boost into the window. I do believe they got spotted there. Streb's right there around the corner. Rix does have himself an AK in hand, though, just hanging out and waiting as Stan will try and rotate all the way back through mid as Silent does take down Rix. And now Stan all by himself, 1v4, with only a Tech 9 in hand, waiting for anyone to try and push all the way through A. He might have something happen, though, as Justin is going in that direction if he doesn't get conned by Justin. And now, working back towards mid, and this is an unwinnable 1v4 at this point. And there it is. Streb will close it down, makes it 10-12 in favor of Method.
Yeah, so this is shaping up to be quite a close game. I mean, on Method's pick, they're showing us why they picked it. I mean, they had a pretty solid T-side with 6 rounds. Could have even been more. They could have held off a couple of more retakes. And here on the CT side thus far, they've only dropped 1 round, which was that opening buy round from Tempo Storm on the 3rd. And otherwise, they've been near flawless. I mean, there's been some close rounds, don't get me wrong, but they've always been able to find themselves on the better end of the deal. And so they've been able to, get the lead back here now 12-10. But a full buy coming up again here for Tempo Stormers. Once again, they're exercising some great mid control. This is a very, very powerful position to be if you're Tempo Storm, to have all this mid control. They can do so much with it. And so this is looking actually pretty good for Tempo Storm. They have a lot of map control.
Yes, down all the way into mid will be Tempo Storm. They're not able to find any frags just yet, though. And actually, Method getting slightly aggressive here in upper B. As Shazam, does he pick the shot up? Hits the headshot onto Justin. A big opener there at the A bomb site, and will force all the terrorists into a rotate in that direction, all except for the number 1 man of Rix, who's just waiting, in position, trying to find some frags on rotators. Shazam is there into a gun battle with Streb. Molotov comes down, and that is going to push all the terrorists back by quite a bit, but Shazam will still find a frag onto Ely no matter what, so it's going to be a 5 versus 3. As here comes the push, 4-man push into the A bomb site. Can they hold it down? And Stan is able to take down Glorens as Rix on the rotate. Watch will get himself 1, and Silent gets absolutely mowed down there at the end of that. And Tempo Storm brings it back within 1.
Yeah, and that's pulling a page out of another team's book from Tempo Storm. We've seen them displaced in the strats for a lot of the top teams, and that was a Fnatic strat. Getting that mid control, and what they did was what Fnatic will do is they leave all off Meister inside the ladder room. They cut off rotations. That's what they did with Rix, and they always just kind of fall back off their mid control to A ramp once they have a player inside that ladder room to control rotations, and that's what Tempo Storm went for. They got Rix in there. He did get a kill and cut off a rotation. Then they just got that option to Sam up A ramp for some kills. And here we see Method trying to get aggressive up mid with some rifles, but so far they have not been successful. They only got 1 kill and lost 3, so that is not the trade you want if you're Method. And this is looking good for Tempo Storm to tie this game back up now.
Yeah, not the trades that you're looking for there, as Mainline and Ely are going to be the last 2 left to line. Bomb will be rotating into the B halls. They're going to commit this over to the B bomb site. All 4 remaining terrorists from Tempo Storm are working in that direction. Ely's going to cheat over off of Catwalk towards... And he's going to make the call now. His teammate has to get there. He has to hit a shot or 2 here. Makes the spray. Can't connect with a shot. And Stan will eventually take him down. So now there goes Hades as Mainline rotates into the kitchen. He will be 1v3. Glorens down low to 1 HP. Mainline's not going to go for it. He's going to commit to the save. Live to fight another day as Tempo Storm will tie it up 12-12 in round 24.
Yeah, I mean, only a 2-loss round bonus coming in here for Method at $1,900. And as you can see, some of their players, especially Ely and Justin, are going to be less than 3K next round. So if Mainline can hold on to this M4, he could drop it and purchase something possibly and get them some type of 4 spot if they want to go that route. Or the better route would probably just be to take a save. I mean, the game's still pretty close. You've had a good CT side. You've only given up 3 rounds so far this half, so it would make more sense, I think, for them just to kind of save and worry about buying, fully in the next round.
Yeah, so into 25. Game is tied up, Tempo Storm and Method. They're just going to hold on to that M4. That main line was able to save, upgrade their pistols here. We got Streb and Silent with Deagles. Justin with that CZ and Ely going for the 5-7 here. It looks like we have a little bit of armor buy between two of the players. Excuse me, mainline was saving his, but Streb goes for head armor here to even out his economy with this team. No reason not to at this point. They're going to try and get themselves a light buy W here over Tempo Storm.
Yeah, smoke's coming in on top stairs and CT spawn, so kind of that 3-smoke setup, and Shazam and Stan able to get the entries off of those smokes. And, this was kind of a save round for Method. Obviously, they only had that 1 M4 save on mainline, some upgraded pistols, and they just couldn't make it work. And so we will see Tempo Storm take that lead back now, 13-12. And this has been quite a game, man. It's been quite fun to watch these two teams go head-to-head. I think we were talking about it even before the game started, how, based on the results that these two teams have had in the different professional leagues here in NA, they would probably stack up to be a pretty close game. That's exactly what we've gotten.
Yeah, I mean, Tempo Storm will take the lead. Oh, they're able to clean up mainline, not able to get the save off there. They went hunting for him extremely hard. 2K for Rix, 2K for Shazam. That will make the score 13-2 as Method will be back onto a full buy here. See if they can hold this down and keep this game extremely close and make this a 13-13.
Yeah, I mean, Tempo Storm, ever since they kind of gone with some of these different A executions as well as the mid-control strat, they've been quite successful. They've won the last 3 rounds in a row on T-side based off of plays like that, so I'm curious if they'll keep that up. They're once again kind of going for mid-control. They're going to send some players underpass, but unfortunately mainline will kind of meet up with them and get an equal exchange, and Silent playing aggressive on the cat with the op will catch Shazam crossing over, who was paying attention to that window room, and that allows Silent basically the free frag. And so great start here from Method with a little bit of aggression on Cat and Upper B, having able to get themselves into a 4 versus 3.
Stan very low right now, working his way through Upper B. He might get caught by Ely. Ely's going to check the other side of it, looks for it, able to take down Stan. Good heads-up play there, turning around fast enough as Hades does pick himself up a frag. That's Strebber who goes down, so it's going to be a 3 versus 2 in favor of Method as Hades works his way all the way into the A bomb site, working very slow and silent here, looking to see if he can get another one. Not quite able to. Justin will take him down, and that will leave Glorens all by himself, rotating to A with an AK in hand.
Yeah, just a 1 versus 3 here for Glorens. He does have the bomb. He's got a decent amount of time left, but there is one player here just playing that passive CT and Silent over here with the op towards jungle, so this is not going to be easy for Glorens whatsoever. He has a full nade set, though. You could smoke off CT if you can get this pick jungle and possibly get the bomb planted off of that. You do see him creep into the site here unspotted. Looks like he will actually take a peek in the CT spawn first, knowing that there is probably one there, and he is correct. But he just happens to check his close left on the ticket booth right as Justin peeks. And unfortunately, not going to be able to find anything there. And so it will be, once again, a tied game, 13-all. And it was really just the aggression from Method that caught Tempo Storm off guard that round on Cat and Upper B.
Yeah, but with 3 rounds in a row until the breaker point right there from Method, Tempo Storm definitely has enough economy to buy into this round and probably get another buy out of it. Although the next round should be light if they're not able to win this, but at that point they're risking dropping the game point to Method if Method can hold on and get 2.
Yeah, I mean, this game's so close. Tempo Storm going to be going for another smoke setup here at the A bomb site. Going to be kind of that more Navi setup that you see as they're going to be coming in here, running in. But they do get caught by Justin, who is going to expose that one empty smoke that isn't there, getting some kills. But it still is Tempo Storm in charge here as they do get the better of the trades. Nice shot there from Hades onto Ely. And they do now have a 3 versus 1. So just got the way better end of the exchanges. Silent all alone with an op on Cat, just looking to see if he can catch someone crossing into the site. But otherwise, I mean, if he can't, I mean, I think he just saves this out for sure. There's no chance he retakes here.
Yeah, 1v3 retake with just an op in hand. Yeah, he's going to go for the save. That's the smart play. He will run away, trying to find a spot where he's able to save this. And I bet
he wishes
Tempo.
no clip work.
Yeah, right. Just fly over there, defuse from underneath the ground.
Yeah.
But
Wishful
yeah, I don't
thinking
think
for
they're
him.
going to hunt at this point with the way their economy is. They're going to hunt a little bit. They're going to send the number 2 man of Shazam. He's getting aggressive. He's going to go out and try and find this frag.
I mean, Glorance has enough money to drop somebody next round, so they can afford to lose like one player in pursuit of this op. But yeah, as you said, the money isn't the greatest, so they can't really go too heavy-handed with hunting. Especially when the game's this close. You don't want to screw up like on an economical situation like that.
This puts Method into an interesting position here. Don't really have the money to buy out up around that op that they have, so they're only going to upgrade some pistols here. Everybody except for Justin upgrading their pistol. They're going to leave Silent with the op in hand, and it looks like Silent's going to be stacked up. Yeah, they're going to try and rotate this op out if anything happens, and it looks like Tempo might be trying to throw a fake here at A. Bomb down, no one with it. I wonder if they're just going to throw the fake and rotate back over to B.
They could. If the bomb's pretty close to them, though, so they could easily just pick it back up and go A. But you're right. Rick picks up the bomb and runs to B, so this is going to be a fake. Throwing those same exact Navi smokes we saw them throw last round, but this time they are running all their players upper B, and only Ely's actually going to be here, and he's just on a 5-7, of course. I mean, Method on a save just trying to gamble stack, which makes sense, but unfortunately for them, it just wasn't the right site.
Oh, and Ely does go down at the white van, trying to watch anybody drop out. Stan will easily be able to pick him up, trying to play the angle there. Mainline peeks out, gets taken down by Shazam. Streb might get caught out here by Glorance, and he will. That will leave Silent and Justin left alive here. And Silent not going to commit to it. He's going to save the op for last round. Battle for the overtime. As Justin looks like he's going to go back and try and get that gun that was dropped by Hades.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. This is just, you know, them paying attention to where guns were dropped at, where kills took place, and they're just going to try, like you said, to find that one gun Hades left behind, and they'll grab it. And so now they'll be in decent shape, you know, to be able to have guns across their full team. And we saw them early in the half be quite successful. I mean, in the first 7 rounds played, they only dropped 1. It's only been here in these last 5 or 6 rounds where they've lost.
Oh,
actually.
Silent.
Yeah, so no save actually on that op. And so, yeah,
Luckily,
now they've actually lost the last 5 to 6. That's rough.
Yeah, luckily, though, Justin was able to trade the frag out, though. So it's going to force a rebuy. Doesn't mean anything, though, for Tempo Storm. They have the economy. It's going to be a buyout no matter what. Method would have loved to save that.
They needed to save that.
To.
I mean, look, they're on 2 FAMASas because they don't have that extra op on Silent. So, I mean, yeah, that takes a huge, you know, chunk out of their armor, so to speak, in this game, on this round at least.
Silent has the opportunity here to pick up some big frags if he can make this happen. Doesn't peek out, allows the terrorists to rotate all passive. They don't even check. Does Silent get this off in time? He's right there. Can he get the first one? Sprays down the first one, goes for the second, able to get it. Picks up an AK, goes for Hades, but Hades stays alive. It's going to be a 3 versus 1, and Method will grab that 14th round that they need, and we are going to the final round of regulation to find out if Tempo Storm will walk away with the win or if Method will be able to force us into overtime on map number 1.
And I mean, Tempo Storm is trying to do something different, trying to throw something way more fast-paced, you know, just rushing up cats so very quickly. And unfortunately for them, Silent just played that so patient, so smart, playing inside the ladder room with the FAMAS, just waiting for everyone to run by, waiting for the maximum opportunity to have an impact, and he certainly did on that flank cat with some nice frags there. And so now it is going to come down to the very, very last round. This could be overtime, or this could be the closest victory possible. We do see Tempo Storm trying to go back to their bread and butter A-smoke setup here. It is going to be that Navi variation. Justin isolated underneath the balcony. He can't do anything. He's so blocked off. And they will be able to get this bomb plant for free at least. And they'll actually press in the jungle and get some kills that way. And this is looking good. Justin just hiding it out, trying to wait for the perfect moment to strike.
Oh, he's going to be able to get the shot off in time. Still does not fire just yet. There he goes. He starts to light it up. Sprays a lot of bullets. Here comes a flank, though, on the ramp. Ely needs to grab those frags, and he will. And Rix and Stan and Hades are going to be the last 3 left alive. Rix will take down Justin. It's all up to Silent now. He knows where Rix is. Can't get the frag. And Tempo Storm will take map number 1, 16-14 over Method as we now work our way into Tempo Storm's map pick, which will be Cobble.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't seen Method ever play Cobble before, so I'm not sure what we're in store for. I have seen Tempo Storm play Elevate on Cobble, and they did show some promise, so they did wind up losing that map in overtime. but you could kind of see that they had at least some fundamentals down on that map, whereas Method, I have no clue what they have on this map. So we'll just have to kind of wait
True.
and see what happens. But this is such a close game on Mirage. Both teams had some pretty successful executions from the T side. It really just came down to a point where Tempo Storm was just a bit better on some of those post plants in the A site to close out some rounds. And there you have it. Just a really close game. Both teams played well, but it was Tempo Storm just slightly ahead. And we will take just a quick break. But when we come back, we will have Cobble to finish off this series to see if Tempo Storm will win it or whether we'll have a tied series. Time will tell, and we'll be right back with it.